Hey y'all, my name's Crystal. Welcome back to the channel. Um, this is another Fiberartsy series book chat, and let's talk about an August TBR because I got some plans. It's as usual, a lot, and because you know I'm in like a million book clubs, and you know I'm a joiner. You want to do a buddy read? Heck yeah, let's do it. You got a series like read along that you're going to start? Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm going to do that too. You got a month long cool readathon? Friggin' A. I'm going to go for that too. So I got lots of plans. So let's get started. I have my trusty list here. Otherwise, I will forget something. So I do look down. I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay. So let's talk about book club stuff first. My little book club that I run with some friends of mine, we're going to be reading The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I don't really know much about this one. It was what was voted for us, for us to read this month, so that's what we're going to read. I've heard pretty good things about it, this book and this author in particular, so, we'll see. Hopefully my audiobook hold will come in time. We'll see. All right, Shades of Orange. Rachel over at Shades of Orange, her Patreon book club, which I love. We're going to be reading a more vintage horror this time, Sweetheart by Bernard Taylor. I've heard of this book, and I've heard people talk about it. I don't remember what it's about, but I've never read anything by Bernard Taylor, so I'm very excited about this one. And you can find this one on Scribd if you have it, so I'm excited to get into some vintage stuff, or some older stuff. All right, well, what's my other book club? Oh yes, April over at Getting Hungry With It. I do her book club as well. And this month, or August, we're going to be reading This Tender Land by William Kit Kruger. I've had this book for a little while now, and I'm excited to finally get to it. This is a historical fiction, and we follow, I think, a group of 3 or 4 young children who are in some sort of possibly residential school and or orphanage type situation, and something happens there, and they run away, and they start kind of moving down the river. So it's we kind of follow them as they are doing so. I think it sounds really beautiful, actually, and I'm excited to finally get to it. So that's that book club. Let's see. The last book club is the Spinebreakers book club, which I think is the last of my book clubs. That's Brad Proctor's book club that he runs, and our choice for August is the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I've already read that book, but if I have time, I would like to squeeze in an audiobook listen for it. So I've got it on my list just in case I have time for it, because I loved that book. I read it last year, 5-starred it, and loved it. So I would definitely wouldn't mind a reread for it. So that's exciting. All right, I think that's book club's done. I sure as heck hope so. All right, so I've got a couple of, or at least one buddy read planned with Kelly over at Kelly Hooked on Books, and I didn't double check, but I'm pretty sure August was good for us, Kelly, of My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I got the ebook copy for this one. I have not read this one, and so I'm excited to finally read this one, because I think I will like this one a lot too. So excited about that. And what else? Buddy reads, I think that's it. Okay. Read-alongs. You ready? The massive Stephen King read-along, also kind of, helmed by Kelly Hooked on Books, but we chat over on Brad Proctor's Discord channel. The Stephen King book for August is Firestarter, and I'm very excited about this. This is one I have not read yet. I recently found this cool copy at a thrift store a month or 2 ago. I've, of course, seen the movie like a bajillion times, and I love them. I love the movie, and so Definitely looking forward to getting into the book. It's a book bigger than I thought it would be, or a little longer. But yeah, Firestarter. Very excited about that. I'm going to continue on my Malazan read-along that I'm basically just doing with Jason over at Jason's Weird Reads. House of Chains is our next one. I've only read the prologue so far. I've just not had time to dig further into House of Chains. So I'd like to get a good chunk of this done in August and just continue on with this series. I feel like because if I don't keep going with it, it won't get finished, and I really want to finish it. So got to keep plugging away, even if it's just a little bit at a time. Keep going with that one. And let's see. I'm going to be continuing on with the... does this series have a name? It probably does, but I don't know. The Wool World read-along that Scott over at Book Invasion started. When did we start that? Did we start that in July? Or we started it in June? I don't remember. I've read Wool already. And so the next book is Shift. I've started it just barely, so I hope to finish Shift, and if I have time, go ahead and get into Dust. And because this will be running, we're supposed to start this on August 12th and then finish it September, mid-September, I guess. Does that make sense? Anyway, so I'm excited to get back into that series. And then, what else? Oh, a new read-along that I just found out about. It's a series read-along. I found out about it over on Leslie over at the Nerdy Narrative. She's got this going on her Discord, and this is for this series, and we're going to start book 1 in August. Ascendland Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. This seems like a really cool fantasy story. I actually heard about this, I think, originally on Scott over at Book Invasion's channel. I feel like he talked about this a lot and liked it, so excited to start this series again. You got to read along. If it's a book I own, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to join in on that. Okay, and then this is more an If I Have Time book. But I would like to try to get into the Summer That Melted Everything by Tiffany McDaniel as well. You know I loved Betty, and I would love to read this one. This was her previous book before Betty, and I just want to read it. I need more of her writing in my life. So that takes care of like my August TBR non-readathon books, because Smokey Smart Bitch Readathon, you guys, the month of August, hosted over by Jordan Reads. I did this last year and it was a lot of fun, so I'm going to try to hop in this year. And let's go through these prompts real quick. All right. Read a book based on a true story or read a true crime book. And I'm going to read Hell's Princess, or plan to read Hell's Princess, The Mystery of Bel Gunness, Butcher of Men. I mean, that right there just sounds pretty amazing. So it's got a historical flair to it. And I got this, I have this ebook actually, but I think I'm going to try to dig it on audio. I'm going to try to do a lot of the readathon books on audio because I have so many other books that I have to read. So we'll see. Next question. Prompt is a book by an LGBTQIA2S plus author. I'm finally going to dig into Exquisite Corpse by Poppy Z. Bright. I've heard a lot about this one and I want to read it. So I'm gonna. All right. Number 3, a translated horror novel. I'm finally going to read hopefully Hex by Thomas Oldhovelt, and this translated by Nancy Forrest Flyer. If I can read my own writing. This is, I think, a sort of a folk horror type of story that I've heard good stuff about. I've been wanting to read it. You know, the same old stuff. I've got the ebook for this one, so excited for that one. Horror book written by a woman is the next prompt. I'm going to finally read True Crime by Samantha. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on the last name. Kolznick? It's a novella. Do I own that? But I don't think I think I have the ebook for that one. I was like, do I have that? I think I have the ebook for that one. I heard a lot of good stuff about that one too, so I'm gonna dig into that one. Next is a book written by a BIPOC author. I'm gonna go for The Last Final Girl by Stephen Graham Jones to kind of keep working through his work. I'm gonna pull that audiobook up again. I think it's on Scribd, so that sounds great. A book that I've never seen anyone really talk about. On Scribd, there is this anthology I came across called Fungi, and it's edited by Oren Gray and Silvia Moreno Garcia. And from what I could tell, it seems like a bunch of stories written about fungus, and sounds amazing. I know Jeff Vandermeer had a story in it, and yeah, so it sounds awesome. I'm sure really excited about that one. The last prompt is actually to read a horror manga, and I didn't have anything picked out for that yet. We'll see as the month goes along if I find something to pick it up for it. We'll see how that one goes. And I think that's it. That's a lot. It's a lot of books. If I just I can't even hold it all up. It's like a lot. It's like so much. And they're falling everywhere. Wish me luck. What are you planning on reading for August? Are you taking part in Smokey Smart Bitch Readathon? It's a lot of fun. You should. I'll link, stuff below for all that. That's gonna do it for me. Thanks as always for watching and putting up with me and my awkwardness, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.